James Franco is one of my favourite actors because you literally know nothing about what he's going to do next. The guy just seems to jump all over the place. I just saw him in The Disaster Artist, thought it was fantastic. I've seen him in other things and thought, terrible movie. You're just never sure what he's going to do, but he just puts his all into whatever he's doing. You've got to appreciate that at some level. A new movie just appeared on Netflix, The Vault. I thought I'd check it out. It was about a bank robber. You have two estranged sisters who are robbing this bank to help their brother out of a situation. They get into the bank. James Franco is an employee who works in the bank. They take everybody hostage. They discover there's not enough money, and just as they're about to leave, somebody tells them about a secret vault down below that has more than $6 million in it. It's too good to be true. The guys only wanted $500,000. This is 12 times what they were hoping for. They're going to go down there and see what happens. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie or you're considering watching it, this is a twist that happens about 15-20 minutes into the movie that completely repurposes the entire flick. Turns out that this really secret vault that nobody in the bank really goes down to is haunted. This is a ghost story, and it's this kind of aspect that's going to make you go, I like it or I don't like it. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't land wholly 100%. I think it's a bit hokey. The imagery of the ghost doesn't really work, and the idea behind it I felt was a little bit unfulfilling. There is some nice performances in it. There is some tense sequences at the start. I loved the idea of the bank robbery and the people doing it, even though it was a little bit generic and we'd seen things like that before. I was happy to go with it and thought it was maybe going to go somewhere interesting. It definitely goes somewhere. Don't know if it's interesting. It becomes a kind of cat and mouse game as these robbers don't know what's happening and something is taking them out one by one. It's a movie that likes to think it's a little bit more clever than it should be, and it never quite reaches that pinnacle of being smarter than the audience because you can kind of figure out the way things are going to go. It's one of these movies that thinks it has this big revealing twist at the end of it, but you can see it coming literally from the beginning of the movie. And then even then, at the end of the movie, it tries to add a particularly unsettling twist that just makes absolutely no logical sense in the whole outskirts of the movie. The Vault was one of these movies that I was really interested in as it started. When it got to the ghost story aspect, my interest just waned because it became generic. It became symptomatic of the usual ghost story movies where you've got a vengeful spirit. It never quite worked for me, which is a real shame. Franco does all right, but he doesn't do outstanding, but he doesn't do bad Franco either. He's somewhere in the middle, and it feels as if he's almost done this as a favour for somebody. The Vault isn't a movie that I can recommend. I could probably tell you that you're not missing much by missing out on it. There is some tense sequences, there is some good acting, there is some bad acting, there is some hokey imagery when it comes to the ghosts, and there is some part of the storyline that just doesn't fit properly in amongst this movie and leaves a kind of sour taste in your mouth at the end of it. I don't hate the movie. I'll never go back to it. I'll never think about it ever again. It wasn't completely awful. It was kind of uninteresting in the middle of the road, which is why I gave it 2 out of 5. I won't think about it again. Not going to check it out again. The Vault's done. If you've seen it, let me know in the comment box below what you thought of it, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.